Hello everyone. So I don't want to be on long. It's just I don't know, just a quick chat and a few messages, I suppose, but not much to say. Um, there's stuff that I want to say, obviously, but I'm being guided to like move in silence and not divulge too much. But there is a portal coming, and an alignment of planets may be significant for some people. There was a time I did a video to do with chess, which pretty much started this fall from grace, even though people didn't realise that their fall from grace had started um, till quite later on. But at that point that I was talking about, Checkmate would be the point that they should have realised that things are not what they seem. And then, we moved on. So, howdy. Hey, Tim, how you doing? Good to read you. Hope you're well. Hope the family's well. So the portal, the alignment of the planets, and Checkmate. So by now, people should realise that things are happening, and it's not for their greatest good. Well, for any good, to be fair. And you must know that I'm not just spouting off. I am telling the truth, and I am trying to help you. Not suffer more than I don't know, is necessary, then you have to. However that is. I left a comment somewhere and somebody, well, I didn't leave a comment, no. Yes, I left a comment, but it was based on what I said in my video. Driving. Oh, well, be careful then, sir. I'd rather you not pay any attention to me at all and, get where you're going safely than worry about what I've got to say, because what I normally say is probably useless anyway, so I won't worry. So I did the video, and it was about, the end of it was like admitting to God that I didn't love these entities. I won't say people because I don't think there's any soul or anything in there, but even if there is, and it made me cry, I have to admit, because it's not something that I'm proud of, to say that I don't love someone or something. But these people, entities, didn't want my love and were out to destroy good people. And it was a case of, well, at the end of the day, it's them or good people. So the lesser of two evils. Not that there's any joy in it, not that there's any satisfaction in it, just that what's being done has to stop. And people think that because you're a nice, kind, caring person, that you don't have a dark side. And what they don't realise is, because you're a nice, kind, caring person and you have a strong light, in order to be balanced, you have to have a strong dark side. And my dark side, like the devil is a saint compared to my dark side. And I think those people that went, against me or whoever it is that is supposed to be their enemy, even though they're not, they're their own enemy. Everything that they're doing is destroying them. And nothing that anybody else who is the victim is harming them. Any victim of theirs is not attacking them. Everything that happens to them is karma based on what they've done to those people, for what they wanted to happen to those people. And whilst not attacking, I am allowing those people to suffer, or whoever's doing this, God, whoever's orchestrating these things. By allowing those people to keep attacking, potentially, it's fatal, and you know that already. And again, my condolences. And because I know that it's going to be fatal is the hard part. And because I know they're going to lose their house is the hard part. And because I know they're going to lose their children is the hard part. And because I know they're going to lose a car is the hard part. And because I know they're going to lose their job, and I know they're going to lose their money, and I know they're going to be in shit street, it's the hard part. And when I go to my dark side, it doesn't bother me. Because once I'm there, I know why I'm there. I know why I'm there. It's because I love so much to a fault that I have to go there. It's that simple. Like, you put me there, you expect to get hurt. Expect to get hurt. Expect it. And expect to get hurt way more than you can understand. Way more. Even to the point that if I think that hurting you would be to let you feel love, I would do that. So then, that knowing nothing, that feeling nothing, that not giving a toss about what you do, once I instill love into your heart, if you have one, wherever it is, whatever it is, once I give you that emotion, it will tear you apart. To comprehend the things that you did to people, it would destroy you. To suddenly have feelings. And that is the length that my dark side will go to tell you people to stop hurting others, to stop feeding off others, to stop stealing their destiny, to stop taking away their livelihoods, whatever it is, these things that you're doing. You see, I do not have to fight no one. I don't want to fight anyone. But I will help you destroy yourself. I will do that. And I will do it out of love. And I will do it because for thousands of years, you have destroyed people. Special people. Amazing people. Kind, loving, generous people. Beings, however you want to call it. And that's why I say and do what I do. And that's why I tell you the truth. So you know that what I say will take place. It will happen. And you know that I have been telling you that I can tell you what is going to happen. And you don't have to believe a single word that I say, and I do not care. You see, in your rules, you have to tell people what it is that you're going to do. Like if you go to, I don't know, these cities that you have, probably Washington now, I can't remember, where the Senate is, you have to let people know what it is that you're going to do. And people don't see it, but it's there. You put it there right in front of them. And basically, it should just say, we're going to fuck you over. That's what it should say. But it doesn't. It just explains what it is that you're going to do to screw people over. And it's there to be seen. But nobody sees it. But now, now, people are awake. And those things that you have to say before you do them, because that's part of your rule, to let people know that you're going to fuck them over, they're awake. And you already know because you already see it. And you already deal with other people that are going through it. And this person that left their comment saying, I know what type of person you are because you said you didn't love them, out of one little statement, without knowing the history, without knowing anything else, lets me understand what sort of person they are. Now, again, I'll tell you, I love everyone and everything, every being, every tree, every flower, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Every alien being, however they want to be called, and that's no offense, but I don't know all the names, don't know all the beings. I don't know. Apparently the big rock that was in outer space has come back with his friends. Hello, whoever you are, I don't know. But, the call's gone out to stand up against the darkness. It is a bit like, Star Wars. It is. And most of our, understanding of the bullshit in the world is through, media. Through the shows and through the films that we watch. Because they're based in some sort of reality. And they're the drip feeding, I've said this before, that's the drip feeding of what's happening in life. And when I see what happens in life, I know that that's not real. I know that's not real. And you know it's not real. And you set it up the way that you set it up. And I want to tear that down. And now, with the unions, it's going to start in earnest. That's the unscary based on my research. I hope others will understand thousands too. Yeah. Okay. Hey, how are you, Single Barrel Silo? I hope you are well. Well, you haven't got far to look. Yes, it doesn't matter. Like, let these people say and do what they want. If they think they're going to get, I don't know, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. And I suggest, you don't feed into their narrative of trying to argue the case against whatever it is that they're saying, because at some point they'll stop talking to themselves. And then they'll talk to themselves and try to understand what went wrong. And that's just the way that the world is. Yeah, it's all good, Single. Like I say, these types of people that are here just want to lower the vibration of good people. That's their main aim. They don't give a shit about anything else. And they obviously feel that they're better than God and that they have this ability to manifest or do whatever it is that they do. And they're allowed to do that until they're not. And when they're not, they suddenly come to the realization that everything that they believed was wrong. That's just the way it is. And that's the way that it will be. And if it don't happen today, and it don't happen tomorrow, and it don't happen next week, and it don't happen next month, at some point, everything that they believe, everything, their whole world, will come crashing down around them. Because you can only mock God for so long. And then those dominoes fall, and at some point, your domino will fall, and you will be judged, and you will be found wanting. And then you have to soul search. That's just the way it is. So, You can believe what you want. I don't care. I'm not telling you to believe anything. I don't care what you believe. It makes no difference to me. I'm only here telling you what I believe and the information that made me believe that. And if you don't believe that information, I don't care. And I don't believe anything that you have to say because I'm my own judge. You're not. You're not. I don't judge you. I don't care what you think. It doesn't matter to me. And I'm not going to argue because you believe what you believe. Well done. That's it. Well done. Well done for believing what you want to believe. I'm good with that. You just want to come in and start an argument with everybody, Zozo. Like you want to be right all the time. Be right. Be right all the time. Doesn't matter to me. I don't care if you're right. I don't care if you're right because I know Forrest told us you have to be correct. At some point, you'll be proven incorrect. And, not that it doesn't pleasure me that you are found to be incorrect. I'll get no satisfaction out of it. I don't care. I don't care. I really don't. Yeah, that's the way to be. High vibe, non-judgmental, genuine. In your authenticity. The truth is the truth. It doesn't matter what anybody says. It really doesn't. And it doesn't matter how much they deny it. It really doesn't. And it doesn't matter how much they protest. It really doesn't. But you don't need to get into that argument for them to protest. They say what they want to say, and you go, yeah, okay. And then you move on. And then they keep saying stuff, and 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 they keep saying stuff. Till some point they won't bother because they know they're not going to get a response from you. And that's just the way that it is. Once you're in that place that is way above them, and I don't mean that in a condescending way. I mean the high vibration that you're in, the low vibration that they're in. Once you're above that low vibration, you don't want to be in that low vibration. I love that. So, there's loads of stuff that I could say about what's happening. I mean, these people, they just don't know. They have no idea. How come they're in the position they're in? Why the things that they're trying don't work, even though they've been told. They won't accept the simple truth. They're where they are because God put them there after being warned, don't do what you're doing. It's like, how come we're here? How come we're losing all that money? How come we're losing a house? How come we're losing the car? How come this has gone wrong? How come that's gone wrong? How come I'm being arrested? How come blah, blah, blah? And it's like, well, because you were warned not to do it because these things are going to happen if you keep doing what you're doing. And you were told that God was going to do this if you keep doing what you're doing. And you kept doing what you're doing, and then God did it. Because that's how God works. He warns people, which is part of the mantra for all of this. You have to tell people that you're either going to screw them over, well, you're going to screw them over. God's not screwing people over. He's just sending down karma or wrath or whatever it is that you want to call it, because these people are doing wrong by his word. And I don't believe in religion. I don't believe in religion at all. I agree with Zozo. Religion, no. But God, yes. Yes. And it doesn't matter how you believe that comes about. The power of God is real. Whatever you think that God is, even if you don't believe in God, the power of the nothing that created everything, is real. It's real power. And once you're able to call on it, this real power, you need to talk to those people that are suffering right now. And I don't mean good people that are suffering. I mean the evil people that created the matrix that we're in. They're suffering. And while they would deny until probably their last breath that it's because of God, they know why they're suffering. And they were warned before they suffer. And these people that have lost loved ones probably hate me and other people like me because they lost a loved one. But they need to bear in mind, it's their fault. Them that lost the loved one and the loved one themselves. But mostly them that lost the loved one, because they should have stopped them. But they were too greedy. You see, these people don't care who gets hurt, who passes away. They just want what they want. And they don't care who it is, the child or the grandparent. They don't care. So these are the people that I said I didn't love. These are the people that I said to God, a bit like Jonah, these people aren't, but they're worth saving, God. They're worth saving. Like, people are worth saving. And he relented and he saved. I warned you. I told you. And God didn't destroy them. He didn't destroy them. I told you about Joshua and the walls of Jericho. I told you about the dominoes. Like, I told you all of these things, warned you way in advance. So you could have just gone, oh, crumbs. If God's going to kick our butt, then we need to do something. But you didn't. You just went, oh, it's like that, is it? I'm going to try and kill you even more. Crazy. He doesn't need to. Zozo, you're nowhere in this yet. You're nowhere in this yet. Like, you are so insignificant in all of this. And when I say insignificant, I mean, I don't know what I mean, because it's like, you're just insignificant. Like, there have been some snakes' heads that have been cut, probably 7 of them. Like, high profile people who need to set the message for people like you that don't know yet. And when it filters down, and it's going to take a long time to get to you because you're a narcissist, you think you're the best of the best, and nothing can touch you. When it filters down to you and it's too late, it's too late. But God is working. And it doesn't matter whether you know it or not. He doesn't respond to you. You're a no one. You'll see it when he thinks you need to see it. And no one's worried about what you're thinking. Hey, Richard. Sorry if you were in earlier. Didn't know. Hey, Nikki. How you doing? Happiness is the pot. Yes, it is. Absolutely. Sorry I'm missing all of this stuff. It's good to see you, Richard. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here, Nikki. Well, I'm glad everyone's here. Like, I'm not I think it's more important than whether you believe in something or not. Judge people on beliefs, but don't let them share beliefs. That's it. Don't let them. But whatever Zozo believes, he's quite welcome to believe that. I don't care. I really don't care. But for his, and he won't agree, but I know the truth because I only talk about the truth. For his own sake, I'm saying these things because they will come to pass. And if Zozo is honest to himself, he'll know that for the last 4 years, I've told people about things that are going to happen and those things that have happened. I'm not lying. I'm not trying to be clever. I'm not trying to be, I know, whatever it is you think that I'm trying to be, because I'm not. Like, that's your way of thinking, not mine. I'm not trying to be anything. I'm just saying, look, here's some information. This information happens to be true. Believe it or don't believe it. I don't care. All I'm doing is passing on the information. Factual information. Remember, I did a video about cold facts, hard facts, about the soul. I should have put that other one out, but it ain't worth it. Well, it's worth it. It really is worth it. Trust me, but I don't know whether it's deserved. We should only celebrate that we got to experience that God we know. How to go along with that? It's like sugar and bone. Hey, Wig, how's it going? Well, unfortunately, in this world that we're in, we all suffer. We all suffer. And most of our suffering teaches us. Like we learn from our suffering. Our world isn't supposed to be one of suffering. But in the suffering, we learn. And that's important. And if you don't learn from your suffering, then you're always going to suffer. So at some point, if you can take all the pain that you go through and transmute it, understand it, accept it, forgive it, whatever it is, don't forgive people that do bad things. That's not what this is about. Don't forgive people that do bad things because then you judge them. If you're gonna forgive someone, that means you judge them to have done something that needs forgiving. No, stuff that. Forgive yourself. Don't worry about them. God will judge them. You forgive yourself for thinking those things that you think. Like keep yourself balanced. The anger, the resentment, the envy, whatever it is, it doesn't matter what it is. All of that stuff, that crap that's in you, you just transmute that stuff into good stuff. Know that it's there, keep it there, keep the anger, keep all those things, but not in a way that you feel it, that you know it, just that if you need it, you can call on it. So go through your life nice and balanced. Don't care one way or the other. Know that you're supposed to be a good person, but also know that sometime in your life, people will try and screw you over. And then you let that darkness out, as some people have found out. And then you go back to the middle. You balance yourself. You see, being a good person doesn't mean to say that you have to be super bright light, amazing person all the time. That's impossible because even the angels aren't. Like, you don't have a warrior angel named Archangel Michael who just goes around, excuse me, could you not do that, please? It doesn't work like that. Absolutely doesn't work like that. So if you think all angels are just, soft, sweethearted people, think again. Now, I'm not classing myself as an angel, but I am telling you just the truth. I walk this grey line and people think, oh, he's a nice bloke. I am a nice bloke. And I can be even nicer. I could go all the way up to being Jesus if I want. I'm not being condescending or arrogant or whatever. I could be a really nice person, go all that way, but I couldn't stay that way. I couldn't. And I can go all the way down and I can be worse than the devil, worse than Satan, this little black hole bloke that's been sent nowhere or somewhere, whichever way you look at it. And then I come back to the middle. And trust me, when I go down there, if I have to go down there, not only whatever triggered me to go down there is going to make you regret it, but the fact that you made me go down there, you'll regret that. More than you'll regret the reason, whatever it was that made me go there. You'll regret the fact that you did make me go there, as some people have just found out. And that was in response to, Mario, you want everyone to be okay, but there are some people that are hurting others. Now, do you just stand by and let them hurt the others? Or do you call judgment on those people? I can't let them hurt those others because those others don't deserve it. Okay, then you call judgment. I don't care who it is, call judgment. And that would be how I would be with Zelensky and Putin. Stop killing people. Stop it. Stop being stupid. That's it. Stop it. Stop being stupid. So these people need to know, If you're being called judgment on, stop it. Stop it, because at some point, please listen. I'm not trying to be clever. I'm just telling you the truth. At some point, it's your turn to be judged. That's just the way it goes. It's your turn to be judged. And at that point, it's too late. No amount of repenting, no amount of whatever it is. I've heard that some people are going to church. Great. I hope that when you went there, you absolutely are repentful. Is that such a word? Repentant. You absolutely are repentant. And it's not the church that you created to do all this bad stuff that you're doing. Not that church. Like a real, honest to goodness, they don't know about all this crazy shit that's going on in churches. Church. Like there's a lady called Brooke. Amazing. Absolutely amazing lady. Absolutely amazing. I can't believe that people like that exist, but she obviously does. Like that kind of church. Not this, stuff. So that's just crazy. Imagine I'm missing all this stuff. Why does those fall out with everybody when it comes in here? Imagine. T.S. Eliot, woohoo! The task of the modern educator, not to cut down jungles, but to... Yes, absolutely, irrigate deserts. You could say, I'm a dreamer. I'm a dreamer. I'm going to do a video one of these days of me dancing. God longs for you as a deal. So, it doesn't matter about religion. It just matters about the connection. Like God wants you to connect with him because he loves you, and he just wants to know that you love him. And jobs are good. And if you can start, that process, then for us the world heals. But for every being, like all the realms heal, if every being can do this. And if they call out these people, beings of the dark, however it is, entities, some are people and some are just entities, and some are aliens in meat suits, or however you want to look at it. But this world has been taken over and shafted, and now it's going to go back to the way that it was, whatever way that was, because it's better than this, way better than this. And if it means that women are the dominant, I want to say power, the dominant being, like because of their caring, loving nature. If that's the case, then that's the case, and they, I don't care about your sexist crap, and I don't care about your transgender stuff. I don't. If it goes back to the women in the home and the men at work, then that's how it goes. And I don't care whether you get upset about that or not. I really don't. Really do not. I don't care. Because we need to get back to loving each other. That's just the way it is. We need to get back to loving someone for who they are, however that is. And we need to get back to people doing what they want to do. And if they don't want to be at home, if they don't want to be the loving woman at home, fine, they don't want to be that. But if they do, then that's what it is. And if they don't, then that's what it is. But they need to be respected. And give a fuck whatever else you do. I really don't. But a woman needs to be respected. It's that simple. And trust me, if I find out there are men out there that aren't respecting those women, and that's what we need to get back to. And children. They need to respect children. And they need to help and nurture both by protecting both and not hurting both. Now, I know there are men out there that hurt men as well. So, it's the same for them. I don't want men hurting men either. So, in a world of love, that's not to say that we should not be prepared to defend ourselves if people threaten that. And I don't know, I wasn't there, but I'm thinking, hang on a minute. If this world was so full of love, how did these beings take us over? Well, probably because we're so full of love that we weren't able to protect ourselves. Probably because we're like, hey man, peace. And then, an arrow in the head or whatever. I don't know. I wasn't there. But I do know that this matrix is a whole load of rubbish based on what I can see, what I can hear, and what I've learned about our history. And I don't mean what's written as history. I mean what I can see with my eyes. The pyramids exist. Those Sumerian places exist. The similarities around the world with carvings, engravings, statues exist. And it's impossible with what I'm supposed to believe that men wrote is our history. Bullshit. Like pyramids don't exist all over the world because man says so. They exist all over the world because people were able to travel all over the world. They must have been able to travel all over the world to do these things. However they traveled, whatever it was, it doesn't matter. The engravings that are 3,000 miles apart of the same thing, which to me looks like it's just the exact same mold, like the opposite of it. This carving over here is the exact carving just put over there. And I look at those things and I think, hang on a minute then, how is that possible? If we didn't get ships and compasses and whatever else, and then that starts another thing. Well, how do they know about stars? How would they navigate? What sort of thing is a compass? Blah, blah, blah. It's like, that's impossible, given the information that man wrote and told us to believe about the dinosaurs and everything else. So I look at that information, I think, well, if that's the case, why has everybody been lied to? Why has everybody been lied to about our history? Oh, Darwin's evolution. Get stuffed. Oh, the Big Bang. Oh, yeah, okay. Like all of this stuff, it's like, no, because if that happened, then this would be the case. And if that happened, this would be the case. And everything seems to fit too perfect for all these random events to take place that people believe created us. It's like bull. And I don't care if you believe God is an alien. I really don't. But you have to believe that there is a creator of something. I don't care if you believe that aliens came down and, messed with our DNA. I don't care. Because when you say that, you just sound so stupid. So who created those aliens? Oh, we weren't created by God. We were created by an alien and they came and did this and this and this. Well, who created them? Who created them? It's like you talk rubbish. You have an argument with people and you talk rubbish and you expect those people to go, oh, yeah, that makes sense. What? No, it doesn't. Okay, I'll agree with you. The aliens, they messed with our DNA and they made us human beings. But who made the aliens? Oh, I don't know. Well, you're back to God then, aren't you? You're back to a creator. And then if you say, well, the Anunnaki created the Sumerians or whatever it is, whatever bullshit you want to talk about. Well, who created them? And who created them? And who created them? At some point, you're going to get to the fact that they were created. Something or someone was created by something. And it's not Darwin, because Darwin doesn't take into account the bloody dinosaurs and the Sumerians and the Anunnaki and everything else. So stop it. Stop talking shit. Because it really is shit. And I don't believe any of it. I really don't. So there is a creator. I don't care what anybody says. And you don't have to believe it. I don't care. I don't care. And you won't get me angry. Because, listen, I do not care. I care about me. This person here, I care about me. And I care about me being sane and of an understanding mind. That's what I care about. And at that point, I realise that everybody should be loved. Everything should be loved. Like we're all created and we're all part of the same thing. We're all energy. We're all energy. We all exist together. So why shouldn't I love every part of myself? Because we're all part of the same thing. We're like the hive mind, or whatever it is, however you want to call it. I don't give a shit. I really don't. It's like those people that are so closed-minded that want me to believe their bullshit. It's like, no. And then they want me to get angry by arguing with them about their bullshit. No. I know who I am, and I know the information you'll give me is a whole load of bullshit based on a whole load of bullshit. It's like, well, you only do that. You only believe that because you read this and you found that and you found that. Well, that's where you got your information from. You only read it and you only saw videos and you only did this and you only did that. You weren't there when the Sumerians there. You weren't there when the Anunnaki were there. And you don't know the information that you have about those is correct. And you can't explain all of the similar structures around the world existing at a time when we couldn't even travel the world. And you haven't got the information that says these people knew about the stars in the constellations and everything else thousands of years ago, stuck down here without even a telescope. But all of the bullshit on you can't tell me how they built the pyramids, etc., except come up with this fancy, hypothesis. And it's like, no, I don't believe any of that. And I don't believe your religions either. And I don't believe anything that man wrote, because it's bullshit based on the evidence that's right in front of us. It's all BS. So once you get to the point that you think, hang on a minute, it's all BS, this is, you have to think, well, why is it all BS? What's the narrative behind all the BS? And that narrative is, this world was taken over by some fucking greedy evil fucks who thought they could get away with murder, literally, and siphoning off the energy of people, literally, and destroying people, literally. That's what the agenda is, and that stops. And the person that's going to stop it is the person that you don't believe in. That's the person that's going to stop it. The person you keep denying, that keeps giving you karma, that's the person that's going to stop it. And guess what? It's stopping. And guess what, even more? It's going to get worse. And you know that now that I've said it, it's going to get worse. Because if you go back all of the other videos, when I was trying to be nice, you'll see that each time I say things, I've been saying the truth. Every time. I'm not trying to be clever doing that. I'm just saying, I'm trying to warn you. I'm trying to let you know. And I am trying to teach you. To teach yourself. Just have a look at yourself and think, hang on a minute. There's something wrong here, because everything that he's saying is happening. And he's saying that God's doing it. Is it possible that all of these coincidences all around the world are just happening at the same time? No, I don't think so. And is it possible that everything that he said about our history could be right? And if it is right, and this is bullshit, and these people are screwing us over, and someone is taking them out, who is the someone that's taking them out? Who is the someone that pushed the dominoes over? Who is the someone that took out the 7 snakes and cut the heads off? Who is that someone? Like, these are facts that you can check up on and you can find out about. And then when you find out about all of these covens and these sects with a CT, and these elites and these Masons and the Illuminati and the Pope and everything else, When you look at those facts about what's happening, at some point you realize they're not coincidences. So I don't care. I don't care whether you're Catholic. I don't care whether you're a Christian. I don't care whether you're Muslim, Hindu, whatever. Hindi. I don't care. You just better start praying to one God. I don't care if you think he's an alien. I'm trying to help you. I don't care. Like, I'm not getting commission for this. God isn't saying, oh, I don't know, in a way he might be, but he's not saying, listen, if you convert this person, this person, this person, I'll give you so much. And by me converting you, I don't care about the likes. I don't care about subscribes. I don't care about that in the sense of, oh, this is a like for God. This is a like for God. This is a like for God. They subscribe to God. I don't care. I don't care. I am trying to help you have a great life. That's it. That is it. That's it. Because if you're having a great life, and I love everything and everyone, we're all having a great life. I don't see anything wrong with that. I really don't. But if your great life consists of telling everybody else they're wrong, no, no, that's not giving everybody a great life. Like, people like you don't deserve to be mixing with good people, nice people, happy people, loving people, caring people. The way I see it is, the more people in a high vibration, the better the world is. It's just that simple. That's not to say that you can't fall out and have an argument and then be, you know, loving and caring again. Like, let it go. Not sit in that energy for 6 weeks, not talking to each other. As above, so below can be taken so many different ways. God, this is going on longer than I thought. Always does. As above, so below. Heaven, hell, us in the middle. Again, me in the middle. You have heaven, supposed to be up there. You have hell, supposed to be down there. And this is the middle plane, the Middle Earth that, the hobbits or whatever talk about. So this is Middle Earth. You could say it like that. Or you could say heaven and hell, and then the middle. As above, so below. Now that gets you balanced. Excuse me, confirmation. That gets you balanced. As above, so below. Like, that gets you in perfect balance, and that's what you need. So we can't go around saying, oh yeah, I'm an angel, I'm perfect, or I'm a really bad person, blah blah blah. Because even if you're a really bad person, and there are some really bad people, you'll find that every now and again they love someone, or they love something, whether it be their pet, whether it be their child, whether it be their wife, whether it just be the house cleaner that keeps the house tidy for them. There is someone that they actually care about. They want anything to happen to them. Like, if anything happened to them, that would be the worst thing, which some people are going to suffer with. But so they can't say that they're totally bad, because in them there is something that says, oh, I really care for this, whatever it is that they care for. Not car. I don't mean like car or something. I mean a being. So nobody's going to be totally one way or totally the other unless there is no soul. And those are the people that I don't love, because there's nothing in there to love. Because they hurt people, kill people. That's just who they are. Some people describe them as AI from the future. Like these people are going to go back in time and try and change what's happened to save themselves going through what they're going through. But that ain't going to happen. And it makes me laugh. Like there's a judge thinking of running away. There's somebody hiding out in a motel, hiding from the police because they don't want to get arrested because everything's going tits up. And it's like, hang on a minute, I've just spent over a month explaining to people that God hears everything, sees everything, knows everything, can listen to your mind about what you're thinking, and these people are trying to run away. It's like, are you serious? Are you serious? You are in crap because everything that you've done is known. Everything that you've done is known. And you're thinking that you're going to run away from that. Make that make sense. You're in crap because what you've done is known. It was found out, even though you thought you were doing everything in secret. Everything was found out. You're still doing the voodoo stuff. It was found out. That's why the police are coming knocking on your door. And you think that you're going to run and hide. No, I don't get it. I don't get it. I absolutely don't get it. The fact that you have the police knocking on your door because everything that you've done is known means you're getting in your car, driving off to a hotel, I think it's a landfill, near a landfill, something like that anyway, and you're hiding in a motel. Actually, I wasn't going to tell you stuff, but it's like, I don't get it. I don't get how you think. I just don't. Like, that's not the way normal human beings think. It's like you're walking around with a drone following you everywhere, and this drone picks up your movements and your brain patterns and everything. This drone can do all of this, and it follows you everywhere you go, even to the toilet if necessary. It follows you everywhere you go, and it knows everything you're going to do. And because of this drone, it says, "Oh, these people are doing this. You need to send the police." And they go, "Oh crap, the police are going to come around. We need to run away." So the drone follows you. It follows you off, and you run away, and you run away, and you think you're hiding. You know what? I don't get it. It's not a drone, but I'm just saying. It's like, that's just crazy. Like, all you're doing is just delaying the inevitable. Like, if you stay in that motel, you're going to get caught. It's as simple as that. And if you go out of that motel, you're going to get caught. It's as simple as that. And if you go somewhere else, you're going to get caught. It's as simple as that. It's just going to take a little bit longer, but you're going to get caught. Even if you fake a missing persons, which you're going to do, you're still going to get caught because it's already known. You've already done it with, getting rid of someone, like cutting them up or whatever. It's like you're. I don't know. I get it. I'm a dream. Oh, sugar. This hasn't gone up. Quetzalcoatl. Oh, coat, whatever his name is. Coat of paint. Kingfish 81. Who's that? Hey, Greg. Pre-running shows no realm of shadow as nature follows. Uh-oh. One of those. Whose story is it? Ping location. Yeah, they go to. No one's belittling you. We're just telling you we don't believe you. How's that belittling you? Don't believe what you're saying. That's not belittling you. That's just making a statement. Why would one there when asked could be free to your need? That sounds like Dillard Denton to me. Hey Dillard, how you doing? It's not funny for you. That's exactly how you should treat them people. Davy, there is no battle. I simply asked you to stop your endeavour on here. Oh, have you already started? Oh, sorry, I didn't realise you were already in, Davy. Yeah, it's not like you're just feeding into them when you argue with them. Just let them say what they want to say. That's it. Or, say things like single barrels just said. It's fun. It really is. If you're the teacher, then the student is not listening. That's exactly what. That's exactly what I've spent 4 years telling you. You're not listening. That's 100%. But what I also said was, I'm a good teacher. I didn't say you would learn now. You will learn. And I also said, even if you haven't heard it, or took in what I've said, at some point, see, the best teacher is the teacher that lets you teach yourself. I give you the information. I don't care whether you take it in or not. I say to you 2 plus 2, and you go, fuck you. And then at some point in time, somebody says to you, what's 2 plus 2? And if you don't get it right, you're not going to get, you're not going to get rewarded. So you go, 2 plus 2. What did Mario say it was? Oh, he said it was 4. It's 4. You don't have to work it out. It's there. But you do it. You work it out. 2 plus 2. What do you say? 2 and 2 is 4. Because you need to use it then. Like, it's worth it for you to actually learn what was said. It's worth it. And that's when you learn. When it becomes worth it to you. When it becomes of worth to you, your effort. When it becomes of worth to you, it'll be worth whatever it is that it's worth. In one case, it could be the cold. Which could be your soul will be worth the cold. I don't know. Maybe sometimes that dark night of the soul, that cold hard facts that I talked about, maybe those cold hard facts that you find out about yourself, that's worth your soul. Maybe. Don't know. Reap what you sow, exactly. Wise doesn't get wiser from this person, Mr. Analogy. So people don't understand that wisdom is acting on the information that you got. Being wise, but then acting on how you got wise. Not just knowing something, but acting on that. And then being able to impart that to others. And then, whilst they have that information, they are wise, but until they act on that being wise, they have no wisdom. They just have the fact that they're wise. The wisdom comes from using that knowledge that they have. If you don't use it, you don't have any wisdom. You're just wise. Because you haven't acted on anything. You don't really know whether what you know works. I know what I know works, and I know that what I've told you will at some point work for you. Because at some point you'll be in a position where you go, oh shit, fuck, he's right. And then you've learned something. And then you act on it accordingly. Maybe nobody's a bad pupil, just not listening. No, the whole point of if people can teach themselves, that's better than somebody teaching them. But if you have the ability to teach yourself, see, it doesn't matter what I say. All that matters is at some point you have the ability to teach yourself, which is the first rule, know thyself. You have to know who you are first. And if you're happy with who you are, then you're happy to give that person to everybody else. All the warts and everything. Like, get rid of all the shadow. Become the best that you can be, knowing about, the darkness in you, understanding the darkness in you, accept the darkness in you because it is who you are. Don't try and, don't be ashamed of it. Don't worry about it. It is, the person you are. The thoughts that you have are more often than not, sometimes these evil, people put stuff in your head that isn't you, but you know who you are. And if you realize that the stuff that you're thinking isn't you, then get rid of it. Carry it around with you. Give it to God. He'll sort it out for you. Yeah, but that'll stop. People don't weave. You just reap what you sow. That's it. Trying to get away from stuff is amazing. That's why you weave. We don't weave. Well, until I don't weave. It's amazing that people think they have. So curveballs, the game was called over years ago because, yeah. Again, not listening, which is why you probably are a bad pupil. Not teaching you, giving you information for you to teach yourself. Not teaching you. If you look up, you will see the sky. What color is the sky? I don't have to tell you what color the sky is. Just tell you that that's where it is. If you want to know what color the sky is, look up. That's what I've done for you. Like, if you want to do that, if you want to believe in God at some point in time, when you find out the truth, this is what I've been telling you, you will then understand everything that I've said. But you'll understand it because you've had to think about it. I didn't know Glenn was here. Hi, Glenn. Sorry, treasure was buried. It wasn't hidden. Hey, hello, Lee. How you doing? What an amazing day it is. It's not a day. It's not a day. It's still night. But, yeah, what an amazing day it is. The treasure trove, if you are wise, are found the blaze, beg you for us. San Lazaro, a marble gaze, treasure trove, more discovered to be legally recognised, recovery, a clue, a hint. So legally recognised is important. Been a lot of signatures that are fake, but they're being addressed. Probably as we speak. Well, no, not as we speak, because it's probably late there. They're probably closed now. It works over there. You don't have to change anyone. You're better off changing yourself first. Treasure not buried where you'll find it. Hidden where you'll find it. Did he say buried? He might have said buried, actually. It was not at the Poem Place. Harvard, Princeton. Well, Harvard might have something to do with it. The thing that Fandy's talking about might have something to do with it. I was talking to somebody, basically, as I've said before hundreds of times, but nobody's listening. Apart from things are not what they seem, you can make anywhere in the world fit the chase. Anywhere. You can link it to the chase. Anywhere in the world. And to you, it will sound 100% perfectly real. And it may be. But it may not be the answer. It just will all fit. Yeah, but that's just it. Time was manufactured by man. It doesn't exist. It's not real. Man manufactured time. Man gave us, the work and the labor and the taxes and, well, taxes basically on everything. Like your TV, your phone, your cars, your road, your petrol. Like, if they could tax anything, they'll tax it. And you have to work hard for it. And then they get rich. And then they put more taxes. It's like, this is such a crazy... This is how crazy this world got, this matrix, that you people just, I don't know, I don't mean like you people, I mean people in general. This is how crazy it is. If I said to you, if I could show you a screen and I said to you, we have taken your front door key, we've taken it off one of your relatives and given your front door key to a set of immigrants, and now they're living in your house. They're living in your house. It's their house now. It's theirs. Because you said it's okay for them to come to the country. So because of that, we said, all right, then live in this house. You have to get another house now because it's their house. Is that okay? Yeah. Allow them in. Yeah, allow them in. Yeah, let them come in. Let them come in. What? You're still going to say that? Let them come in. You're homeless. They just took your house. That's what you're saying. Come into my country. This is my house. Come into my country. Take anything you want. Live in my house. Rent free. In fact, I'll give you some money. There you go. Take some money out of my bank account. I'll give you that as well. Still happy? Still okay? No, it's not. You might deny that. Say, yeah, that's fine. Bullshit. When it's happening to other people, when you don't know the consequences, yeah, it's great. But when reality hits, when you wake up, you're like, oh no, hang on. No, that's not good. No, they can't live in my house. No, it's my house. They can't live in my house. I'm not going to do that. Too late. Already done it. Give them the keys and everything. They're in your house. It's theirs. Signed, sealed, everything. It's a little bit different, isn't it, when you wake up? Yeah, in between above and below. Absolutely. And that's why I'm in the middle. You know, I know who I am. I've had pretty strong conversations with myself and with God, like trying to work out what this bullshit was, this religion, like trying to work out Christian, Catholic, but, Presbyterian, flipping Mormon, Hindu, flipping whatever. It's like, what? Islam. Hang on a minute. There's only supposed to be one flipping God. There can't be all these religions for one God. So someone is playing silly buggers here. What's the agenda behind all of this stuff that I see in front of me? These people saying, yeah, it's okay, let these immigrants in. Hang on a minute. They're supposed to be refugees. They went from refugees who are struggling in their country because, people are threatening to kill them and, they've got nowhere to live. And that's what we were told first. And then it went to, they're just immigrants. What? Hang on. What happened to the refugee shit that we had first? So these people aren't refugees. They're just scroungers from a different country that don't want them in there. Oh no, we don't owe them anything then. Certainly not going to give them my house. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Crazy. So when you see those things, for me, I wake up and go, hang on a minute. No. No, this isn't real. People are up to something. What are these people up to? And then you look into it and you go, oh, hang on a minute. These people that are on 70 grand a year, or whatever it is, are living in $1 million mansions. How is that possible on that wage? And then you look at all of these things and you think, hang on a minute, they're just taking money from people, which is the social security or whatever you call it over there. And it's the same all around the world, same scams. It's like, you're just taking through taxes and everything else, you're just taking money off people so they have to work like idiots. And you're just keeping them so blinded that they can't see what the fuck's going on. But I can. And I'm not scared to call you out on it. And guess what? I'm telling you the truth. And when you watch this bullshit news, you see that it's the truth on some of the stations. But they're hiding the real truth, which will be exposed. Like I say, all the dominoes, they will fall. And each and every single lie that has been told to every world in existence, I don't care, whatever it is, whatever plane it is, and they all can hear the sound of my voice. They all know that what I'm saying is true, because spirit will let them know, the aliens will let them know, whatever it is, however it is, it doesn't matter. It all stops. It all stops. And if you don't want to do it willingly and give yourself a bit of grace, it will be done forcefully with no grace. And when I say forcefully, I mean based on the hardships you've inflicted on others, that will be reversed. Based on you being a bad person, you will get whatever you want for these people. And these people will get whatever you've got. That's it. That's the amount of fighting that's going to be done. Don't have to do anything. Just have to ask for it to happen. Knowing that God is listening about all the wrongs that have been done and how people have been hiding that fact. Probably say something about forest. So when you people think that nobody knows, they know. And I'm just telling you it's a heads up. I'm not warning you. I'm not being nasty. I'm not being vindictive. I'm not being hateful. I'm not being spiteful. I'm not being rude. I'm not being arrogant. I'm not being anything. Apart from, I don't want people getting hurt. End of. Nobody, nothing, no one getting hurt. But if I have to choose, I choose. It's as simple as that. I choose. I make a decision. Stop hurting these people, or you will get the hurt that you're giving them. And that comes about not because I'm fighting you. I'm not going to fight you. I don't need to fight you. You're not even worth the fight. To say, God, Dad, Mom, look what's happening to these people because of these people or these beings or however you want to look at it. Is there something you can do to stop this happening? Karma comes to mind. See, if God didn't exist, there wouldn't be any karma. It just wouldn't happen. It really would not happen. Like no God, no mom, no karma. You could do whatever you wanted. But something or someone is sorting people out when they do wrong stuff. And they don't just go, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, stop doing that. No, it doesn't work like that. Not anymore. All of those things that you try to instill in people, slowly but surely, is changing. Well, holy water has been proven to restructure water by cleaning up the clusters and making them more organized. So we just need to bless our water. And then that becomes that faith, which is what Forrest talked about. Just need faith. And then the faith takes you, and some people say, well, it's manifestation. What, you manifested it all by yourself? Like there's nothing out there bringing it into you. You just went, $1 million. And then $1 million just turned up. You did it. You manifested it. Nothing else involved. Not the universe, not God, not the aliens, not the spirits, not the ancestors, nothing. You just went, I'm going to manifest $1 million. Oh, look, $1 million. Whatever things that you did, write it down so many times. Do this, do that, do the other. Oh, there it is. Get real. He is for the ones that believe he's coming. Yay! Didn't you want to stand for yourself? Otherwise, you were a pack of wild animals, Wolfgang. Yeah, definitely Dillard, that is. Maybe I'll try to bless the waters from above when I'm to Albuquerque on Tuesday. Just don't tell anybody it was me. Isn't there a song about Albuquerque? Can't remember. Well, water is important. Like, absolutely, 100%. Spiritual or otherwise, it's very important. Water, especially from the fountain of youth. Water from the tap is holy or holy. I don't like water from the tap. I have to be honest. Well. Drink from the well. Maybe my flight will pass over Vegas. You're talking Las Vegas, New Mexico, right? Yeah, see, that's another thing. The Santa Fe thing is like there's more than one Santa Fe. No, I was going to go somewhere, but I'm not going to go. I'm not supposed to be. I'm supposed to be moving in silence, like. But told you before, I don't want to see anybody hurt, and if I don't say anything, like even if one person decides that they're not going to keep doing bad things because they don't want judgment called on them, then I at least saved one person. And that's better than no one. And that's why I do the videos, because I don't want anyone hurt or anything hurt. But I draw the line that you can't keep behaving badly. Like, I can offer you love, if you don't want it, you don't want it. But I can't offer you love if you're hurting people. It's like, hang on. You need to stop doing that. No, I'm not going to stop doing it. No, you need to stop doing that. No, I'm not going to stop doing it. So that love that I have becomes less and less and less because you're hurting somebody or you're killing people or whatever it is. So the love that goes out initially starts to dwindle. Not because I love you less, because you force me not to love you as much. Not because I'm loving you less, it's because like the things that you're doing mean that my love for you makes other people suffer. Which is like me forgiving you. No, I'm not going to forgive you. Never going to forgive you. Ever. Ever. There will not be a time when I will forgive someone for doing something bad. That's up to God, not me. Because if I forgive them, I've judged them. What you're doing is a bad thing. I'm judging you. No. And because I'm judging you, I'm going to have to forgive you. No. What you're doing is indeed a bad thing. I forgive myself for wanting God to strike you down dead for doing it. That's it. I don't forgive you. I'm not going to condone what it is that you're doing by forgiving you doing it. No. Those are the sort of things that you do when you beat women up when you're with them. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it. Forgive me. Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. Didn't mean it. Forgive me. Okay. No. No. There is no forgiveness. None. Don't forgive those fuckers. Don't forgive them. Tell them, no, I don't forgive you. You're a sad motherfucker. I don't forgive you. Ever. I forgive myself for wanting God to strike you down dead for doing it. Yeah, forgive me. I don't forgive you. Why should I? What you're doing is wrong. Absolutely wrong. I'm never going to forgive you. Ever. And I'll curse you, and I'm sorry, God, that I curse them, but that's the way that it is. And I forgive myself for saying that. I'm not going to forgive you. Yes, revenge is mine, says the Lord. So he'll take his revenge, and that's all, I'm wearing the bracelet. But God judges. God has the vengeance. God does the revenge stuff. It's all on God. And if you want it, you ask for it. And you forgive yourself for asking for it. But they shouldn't have done it. Like, don't forgive them, because the pain and the hurt is still on you. And they walk around going, oh, I got forgiven. I could do it again. What? No, you're not forgiven. And no, you're not going to do it again. Because judgment will be called. I'm not going to judge you. I'm going to say, God, judge this person for doing what they did. And take the burden of me hating them for what they did You know what I mean? Or help me transmute it, or help me come to terms with it. But I'm not going to forgive these people. Yeah, it doesn't matter, Glenn. Don't, like, these people want you to. They feed off the energy that you have when you try to protect yourself or someone else, which is why they want forgiveness and stuff. Like, all of this has been ingrained into us through these thousands of years, where they've interjected bullshit in with reality, which says turn the other cheek, and then an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. Well, you can't do both, which means this eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth is their way of getting out of doing something bad. When really you turn the other cheek. That's what you're supposed to do. There is no eye for an eye and tooth for a tooth. That's just man's way of getting even. You turn the other cheek and you say to God, God, you've got a job here. You need to judge this person for what they did. Because, I'm not supposed to judge, and I'm not supposed to, hurt anybody or do anything bad. And that's how it is. And that's how simple it is. And that's how easy it is. But these sad people that took over our planet, or beings, whatever it is, all the other planets and realms and whatever, they want you to think a certain way to keep you in a slow vibration. Well, stuff that. Don't work with me. Wisdom. Cool, I like that. Yeah, so, we live in the matrix. And even if we, as I've said before, even if we swap one matrix for another matrix, at least the other matrix is a peaceful, loving, abundant, nice matrix, as opposed to this hellish matrix that we're in that just sees some people better off and other people worse off, when we live in a matrix where everybody's good. Stop feeding him. Don't talk to him. Like, I don't want to ban anyone because you're allowed to say what you want, but stop feeding him. And that's the whole point. That's the thing that I said before about the Native American thing, where which one of the animals inside me will I be? And it's the one that you feed the most. So don't feed the animal that's in here. Just let them start. Let them talk to themselves. You're less of wise if water levels and your world goes round. I'm trying to watch a show on the chase, not you dribbling about your intent to change the world and judge people. All water can become clean, reverse osmosis. Yes, I think that was something that I sent to Forrest. Can't remember how that came about. How did that reverse osmosis come about? I think it was the letters, when I was doing the letters. And I ended up with a hin. Was it hin? A measure. A Hebrew measure. Something like that. And reverse osmosis. And part of it said, like, gold digger. And then only joking. So I went to the point in the poem where I was looking up what each letter meant. And then writing, the sentences that belong to those each letters. And not just one letter, like, so it might be, 2 or 3 letters, which meant a phrase or a word, one letter, whatever it is. And then wrote, well, I went to the nth degree with that poem. And then distillation, which is, my concern about, like, water. It's like, I've heard all the seawater is so much and blah, blah, blah. But we've got hydrogen in air, we've got hydrogen in the water. And we live on an island, and, like, we have droughts where we've got no water. It's like, you live on an island, how have you got no water? That's crazy. And yet, nature cleans water automatically, like spring water and that. So surely the filtering should be done in a natural way. Now, I don't see that it's difficult. If nature can do it, then surely we can do it. Like, we just have to follow the lead. And that's everything in nature. Like, nature has a way of making things work, including, like, flying comes from nature. like the birds and that. Understanding how they stay up and then us staying up, the fact that horses pull carts is how we get the horsepower, like how much effort is needed to do this thing. And how does the cheetah run so quickly and blah, blah, blah. Shit, I was like 20 minutes behind you voice. Oops. I'm probably 20 minutes behind my voice, so I won't worry about that. We can change the properties of water with just our voice, speaking to water, scientifically proven by Japanese scientists. Yeah, and I think at some point that will be used. Like sound will be used as everything's just energy. It's crazy to me that people can't see it. Everything's just energy. So you could use sound to move stuff, to manipulate stuff, to mold stuff. Whatever it is you want to do, you could do with just using sound. Read those things. I have my answer for the day. Nothing will change. That I'm sorry you did not understand that. I was saying all the drama from others has zero meaning. Chase. God could be seen as a acronym. God or devil. I just want to make this clear. It doesn't matter. Like God doesn't have a name. That's what we're told. Nobody knows God's name. So he was called God by man. So it could just be the universe. It could be an alien. It could be anything. Like we call him God and we give him, the grey beard and the white robe or whatever. But that was man's version of God that didn't exist until Christianity. Because before then, there was a whole load of stuff going on. So people get caught up in this bullshit that God is this thing. God is not this thing that Christianity says he is. And even if he is, so what? He's only one God out of all the religions. So scrap the religion, just have the one God. And if you don't want to believe in the one God, if you don't want to believe that God doesn't exist, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit, because when your time comes, you'll be judged just the same as everyone else. And then you'll know. Then you'll know. And I don't care how you know. I don't care how you know. I don't care if you know because you search yourself, you look at the facts and go, oh shit, must have been right about that. Or you pass away and you go somewhere where you don't want to be. And you're like, how come I'm here? What's this? This is not what I was expecting. I was expecting nothing. And God says, no, no, I'm talking to your soul now, Mr. Zozo, or whoever you are, Street, or whoever the person is that doesn't believe. Davey, leave it. Stop feeding him. Hey, Tigger. It's his only aim in life. It's like Street. He wants to be the man. He wants to be the person. He wants to cause people hurt, pain, misery, anger, bullshit. Like, just leave it. Let him talk to himself. I'd rather people didn't talk to him. I'd rather he just wrote stuff here and just talk to himself. Because what he has to say is not worth nothing. All it is putting you in that negative energy, which is what he wants. Yes, we're stuck in the bullshit 3D, which is not, not of, well, then I'll get into that. But really, this 3D that we're in isn't the 3D we should be in. If we have to be in the 3D at all. So there's all different life everywhere. And on this earth, because of the gravity, it's a little harder for us to exist in that sort of vibration. That we should be in. And our souls, like we're just, is it symbiotic. I'm not sure if that's the right word. I'm not an expert on these things. But basically, we exist because of the soul that's in us. And we're able to do more than we've led to believe because of the soul, with the soul that's in us. And these people like Zozo want you to believe that we're less than we are, and we're not. So ignore them. Ignore them. We're more than we are, and they can be less than they think they are. I don't care. Like, you want to be a negative thing, then be a negative thing. I don't care. But I'm going to be a positive thing. And you don't like that, but tough. That's just the way that it is. And soon there are going to be more and 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 more positive people, and less and less and less and less and less negative people, to the point that there might not be any negative people because they're not needed. They're not required. Not in just take the chest and go in peace mentality. They're not required, because peace or happiness or joy or whatever it is that you want to call it is the pot, or love, whatever you want to call it. But normally it's happiness and joy. Ooh. Oh, so he gets to check out your channel, but not me. Artemis Love. Artemis is good. I like the Artemis. Yep, Street wants to be the pothole or the black hole, whichever the case may be. Everyone can point the finger at King James. Well, like I say, it's not about blaming anybody. It's not about judging anybody. It's just about seeing the facts and believing the facts for what they are. And I know the facts tell me all this religion, all of this history, all of these taxes and these bullshit flipping things that they put in front of us to make us work like idiots. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. But Mario, the human scale is off the charts of the past couple of... Well, as it should be, because all the planets are aligning, aren't they? So the planets are aligning, the portal's happening, the third of the third portal, which we've been through a few just lately. Then you have the moon doing what it does, or them using the moon to do what they do, which still doesn't work, which makes me laugh. It's like doing the same thing over and over and thinking that you're going to get a different result. It's like, no. Jesus is Spanish if you follow language, and God is English Jesus. And like I say, you don't need to specify, or like, if you want to do it. I don't specify. I think Jesus is God, so I just say God. I don't mean to insult Jesus, but I just say God. And I believe that if Jesus is the Son, then I should speak to the Father. So I go direct to the Father. And I know people say, well, you've got to go through Jesus to get to God. No, I haven't. I'm the Son, and Jesus was the Son. So therefore, he holds the same rank as I do. I'll speak straight to Dad. That's how I believe it. I'm going to speak straight to Dad. I'm not going to go through my brother to get to my dad. I'm going to go straight to my dad. And if my dad loves me, he'll answer me. He'll speak to me. He'll help me. He'll encourage me. He'll give me the things that I ask for, whatever it is. But I'm not going to go to my brother to go to my dad. I don't need my brother's hand to let me speak to my father. We're all the Son of God. We're all the Son of God. We're all the Son of God, but we're all God as well. If I am the Son of God, that makes me God. If his name is God, that makes my name God. That's just the way it is. If you have a child, it's called Freeman. If Tigger has a child, it's called Tigger. If Zozo has a child, it's called Zozo. Whatever your real name is. That's just the way it is. So if God has a child, then his child's name is God. So therefore I am God and he is God. And Jesus is God and he is God. We're all God. And we all have the ability of God, because I can ask my Father to do something and he'll do it. So therefore, if he is doing it because of his son, God, because that's my name, because I'm his son, so we can be God and have God as well. That's just how it is. That's the fact. That's the only fact that can be possible. We are all the son of God, which means my dad is my brother, because he's the son of God. He's not my father. My father is God. My dad is my brother. My son is my brother, because he's also the son of God. We're all children of God. So therefore, if we're all children of God and we're all connected, we must all be God. All of us. It's just the way it is. And you don't have to believe it, but that's just the way that it is. It cannot be anything else. Jesus cannot be son of God if he's not God, because he is the son of God, and that's who we call God. If God's name was Ben, then Jesus would be son of Ben. So therefore, Jesus would be Ben, because that's the name that he would give to his son. God, Ben. Ben, God, whichever comes first, second. If God's name was Mario, then it would be Mario. God Mario. Mario God. That's just the way that it is. Has to be. Jesus cannot be son of God if he is not God. He can't be. Because he's related to God, which makes him God. Has to be. Be like, if his name was Baker, he'd be Baker. If his name was Jones, it'd be Jones. If his name was Kenning, it'd be Kenning. If his name was Chase, it'd be Chase. It's just the way it is. You can't change that. It is what it is. The earth is shaking and the sun. Well, when the sun, has those coronas, that's when we get information. Next, Canada. Don't tell me about Canada. Bad person in Canada. Especially the red car. That was funny. Davey's on the road again. You go to Quick Now, they get paid weekly. Gio, how you doing? Yes, Molly Brown. Another chase solved. And Forrest did talk, more confirmation to talk about the Titanic. And that's not too far away from the Denver Museum, is it? The Molly Brown house, if I remember correctly. Can't remember. I'm sure it's to the left of there somewhere. Why are you going quick? Single, exactly. Cross all that stuff. If you really want to know the truth, just look up. Too late. Exactly what I've said. A dead person cannot cash a check. Therefore, if the payment is made, it's fraud. Fraud! Oh, we're on about Social Security stuff. Windows, looking at the window. Move one direction of numbers while Roman numerals use alpha as numerals. Direction making you 200 years older than you are. Ooh, wish I was born 100 years earlier then. I'm good, thanks. I'm glad you are. Amelia Earhart and Grant Wood. Ooh. See, even that, like the wood is a spiritual thing, or could be, because wood is spiritual. It's as simple as that. And your soul is your effort. So your soul will be worth the cold if you're brave in the. I can't remember what I'm saying that now. No, I give you title to the soul because gold is soul. And apparently gold flew. Yeah, gold flew or ran through the veins of the old gods, especially, Horus and Osiris and those people, those tall people. Molly Brown still gets paid. Yes, Marion House is in Denver somewhere. Thanks, Joe. Yeah. Are you saying that he was God and became also man? I have a pet moose named Molly. Oh. Marion, I think you're enlightened today. Did you just polish that? Really good. Yeah, I don't claim to be anybody or anything or enlightened or a shaman, whatever it is, or whatever. I don't claim to be anything other than I go on the facts that I deduce from the information that I've got. That's it. And that's how I've always done it. And I've told you for 4 years. And as yet, I haven't been proved wrong. People try and say that I've been proved wrong, but in reality, I haven't been proved wrong. Everything that I've said that was in the poem is in the poem. And everything that I said would happen has happened, or has happened, did happen. And everything that I said would happen has happened. And going forward, the earth is going to heal. The people are going to heal. And the world is going to change. 100%. And this matrix will fall. And God will show his glory. And there will be no doubting. None. Absolutely none. And you will see miracles. I kid you not. And you don't have to believe them. You can say what you want. You can make up excuses. Already, what's been happening is a miracle. Like these people that have seen what's happening, they know it's a miracle. They know it shouldn't happen. I shouldn't be here. Or whoever it is that they're picking on should be here. Like the amount of magic that they've done, the amount of death magic, the amount of love spells, the amount of moon magic, blah, 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 voodoo magic, whatever it is, like normal people will be gone, finished. They won't be here to talk. So then that in itself is miracles. But the other stuff that's happening as well, and going forward, there'll be more. And you can say, talking shit. I don't care. I don't care. I really don't. You will see those miracles. You will see them. You don't have to believe them. I don't care. And you can believe them and I don't care. But I give glory to God because that's what it is. And you don't have to. I'm not saying you should. But I'm trying to warn you that it'd be a good idea if you did. It would really be a good idea if you did. Hey, Greg, how you doing? Good to read you. I'm not a fan. No, I'm not a fan of churches. Absolutely not. I'm going to write a book on the Invincible Molly Brown for the museum. Cool, that's cool, Newman, that is. Yeah, she had a lot of money. Some are okay, but most are not. I can find God under a tree, so no need to go to a church. Yeah, so, and that's something I said. I mean, if you want to believe that you have to go to church, go to church. The thing is that more and more churches are being proved to be corrupt and not very nice, which is a shame because that's supposed to be, a safe haven. And even in the Chase, this church that we have in the Chase, which is just a front for really bad things, but just it begs belief that people had such an agenda. It really does. It's really bad. Really, really bad. No. And like I say, I'm not even bothered. You probably won't be happy for that. I'm not bothered if you believe in God or not. If you're a really good person who is full of love, that's all I care about. That's all I care about. And I'm sure, God would rather have that love than not have it. But he's not going to make you out to be a bad person. Like, you're not going to be judged. I don't think you're going to be. I don't know. I'm not God, but I can't believe that he's going to judge you harshly just because you're a really good person who doesn't believe in God. I don't think that's going to happen. But I don't know. I shouldn't really speak for him, but call it what you want. Like, and I think that's why God doesn't have a name, because you just have to believe that there's something there and just have to connect. Well, that's the bit that I'm concerned about. Is this yin and yang? Like, does there really have to be yin and yang? Does there have to be whatever the percentage is, 50%, 50%, whatever the percentage is, I don't care. Does there have to be good and bad, or can they just be all good? And I started this pretty much by saying, look, if you think that you can be a powerful light being, really powerful, really, really powerful, one that fucks these people over. You can be a really powerful light being without any darkness that is also that powerful. Because that's the only way you can balance. You wouldn't be in balance if you were really powerful in the light and weak in the dark. There's no balance there. So to balance it, you're going to have so much darkness in you that balances out the strong light in you to keep you level. And I don't think they realise that in this light that they were siphoning and thought they were going to have it forever and ever and ever, and now they're pissed and angry. It's like, what? What, you're angry because I won't let you, feed on me and keep me down, with your foot on me? You're angry at me. You're not angry at you for doing what you're doing because it's wrong. So that's crazy. Absolutely crazy. You know what I mean? %. Without education, you wouldn't know what's the choice to believe in. It's only what you've been told that you believe in, and that's what's going to be the issue. That's what's going to. I believe in higher power, but yeah, I don't think you need to go to church. That's just it. I don't think you need to go to church. I think I was the bait. I don't know how to see the Medium article. Well, I don't know. Missed that. I don't know about the Medium article. I missed that. Stand just beyond the castle gate. Ball of tree resin works. Yeah, if it was me swimming around, I would have taken the bait. Myself, I don't know what that means. So, from everything that I can understand, and the facts that I have, I believe those things that I believe, and in that, I believe that if you're not prepared to at least admit that some of you is dark, some of you is light, and that you need to understand the darkness, understand yourself, and come to love who you are, I think you're going to struggle loving other people or opening up to other people as much as you should, because you're fearful of what the darkness is that's in you, like the bad things that have been done to you, all the bad things that you've done. Go to the Medium and type in Treasure Seeker's Little Truth or Catherine Demois. I believe I spelled her last name right. Oh, that's interesting. Greg said it was about him, so I asked, where is the Medium article? Yep. Coffee is Christian. So Keir Starmer is sending trees to the Ukraine. The Russians have been swimming past every flipping day in their submarines and everything. Yeah, he's an idiot, that Keir, but it'll all be stopped soon. They're just selfish people with no care about normal human beings. Well, he is one of the worst. He really is. This, which is what I was saying earlier, but it has to stop. These people thinking that it's okay to have wars. It's not okay to have wars. And it's not okay to keep a war going. Like, they could both stop it. and neither of them making any effort to do it, and each blaming the other or blaming Trump or blaming someone else other than themselves, just stop fighting. Just stop it. Or you'll be made to stop fighting. You'll be made to stop fighting. And that's just as simple as it is. You'll be made to stop fighting. And why? So this is, when I talk about the agenda that people have. There are two people in the world that are at war, and there's so many countries around the world that are going, yeah, it's okay, let them. What? What do you mean, let them? They're killing people. Like, war isn't right. So it needs to stop. So all the countries around the world go in and tell them, stop fighting. And you don't have to be, going in with bullets and bombs and whatever. So you just say, right, you get nothing from us. You cannot buy from any of our countries, none of them. Everything you have within your countries is what you have to use. You're not getting any weapons. You're not getting any money. You're not getting any food. You're not getting anything. Carry on fighting between yourselves, but you ain't getting nothing from us. It'll soon stop. It'll soon stop. But none of these countries are saying that. Why not? Bullshit. Absolutely bullshit. I freeze up. It must be cold here. I don't look like I'm freezing up. There's nothing I can do about that. My bandwidth and all that stuff is okay. So, it says. The fact that Canada was established pre-American, the first Prime Minister of the American, well, there's supposed to be a walkway, wasn't there, at the top? Eric the Viking, or whatever it was, came in. Eric the Red? Whatever he was, whoever he is, whatever he is. Didn't he walk over the land, whatever his land bridge? Just history's bullshit. Like, I don't know. If you go on the facts and the information that is real, you'll see that everything that we're supposed to know is hidden from us. And we're only told what they want us to believe so they can keep us, fighting each other, arguing with each other, in this low vibration that they want to keep us in. And, now it will change. That day I used tobacco, I stepped on a rock to cross the stream and it turned out to be a turtle. Hey, the turtle's a pretty powerful, spiritual, whatever, however that is. Don't know what the word for that is. But that's the big picture. Like, the turtle can see the big picture because he's swimming over top of the world. So he can see everything. So turtle's good. And then you get the tortoise, slow and steady wins the race. Think was my phone bad signal. Cool. Fair enough. Life is mine, I can't do anything about it, so it's all good. Hope that mate wasn't full of quicksand under that. Forrest lost one that way, in that quicksand, when he's running to the tree. It's the king rules, there's no ring. He's Roman king. Well, that's similar to the FUCK, make more children. Because the king said so. Hey, Fendi, how's you doing? It's a cooter. Oh no, it's definitely a turtle. How we react to things play a big part in our well-being. Training oneself to immediately stop the second you identify negative has helped me. Yeah, there's no point in... The sooner you realise that the energy you're dealing with is negative, the better for you, because you're just wasting your time. You really are. Oh, lots of YouTube stuff coming on there. I hooked the big silver jewellery off the rocks and the wave washed in the drink. Old mate says, drop the rod. I said, no. Gave it to him. He pulled it in. I got out dressed. Oh dear. Oh gee. Isn't that crazy that we have to be politically correct and call them Goliath group or no? Once a Jewfish, always a Jewfish to me. Never even heard of a Jewfish. That's the first time I've heard of a Jewfish. I have taken many swims over fish. Love it. Can't spell Jesus with him being a Jew. So, who here thinks that the world would be a good world if everybody was like Jesus? Now, I'm not saying 100% like Jesus, because, that's probably impossible for everyone to be that high vibrational. But if you had the demeanor and the calmness to be abundant enough to just get 50 loaves and so many fishes, like, you would never have a care in the world. It doesn't matter how much money you've got. Like, money only matters in this world because we've created a world that needs money to survive. But if you don't need money to survive, and you could just go 300 of us, we need so many fish and so many loaves of bread, job done. You know what I mean? Instead of, I've got to work for 16 hours today because I can't afford to have my heating on. It's so crazy. None of them were warm. I got a little light. Single, I thought I was going to go lighter in the winter. You normally get heavier. And then I saw the rest of it. So I would have said I get a little heavier in the winter because I eat more food, don't do as much and eat more food. But you meant colour. Me, I do. Let's all be like Jesus. Yeah, let's all. No disrespect to Jesus, but that'd be nice. Yeah, how will, like, if you can, even if you can't manage to love everyone, if you just want to be, if you could just treat them the way you want to be treated, great. Unless you want to be treated like a, have no fear, know how we deserve to be loved or not. Yeah, this is all good. Does anyone believe the Netflix? And what are your thoughts of them? Me, I swam with some turtles over and ended up 2 miles offshore. Trying to catch up with these. The things predicted the coming of the Son of God. Healers, yeah, so spiritual healers, which is probably the 144,000. But oops. Hey, Michael. Well, got to go. I didn't even know you're here. Sorry, mate. I didn't know you're here, but thanks for being here. And I've got peace out, and Jesus loves you. And probably loves you too, Michael. I should say probably. He loves you too. So it's different day. Believing in Netflix is like believing CNN reports accurate and truthful news. I'm listening to your song today. Oh, congrats on that. A nation attached to a country is always the divide. The three Americans have no titles over each other. The slave wage. Catholic state to Egypt. Ooh, Egypt. That rings a bell. So does Quasimodo. A day to remember. Indeed, Davy B. Have you noticed that all the people that hate Trump so much don't actually watch? but only express honestly in the news. Yeah, I just had one of them today. The neighbour came around and said something about it, like Zelensky and that. It's like, well, did you actually understand what he was talking about? 303 is one. Carl shredded me. Ooh, yeah, I bet that hurt. I'm looking forward. It's called Seal of God. Had to walk 5 miles back. Ooh. Why is that covering? Oh, there they are. Get off. I don't know why that's doing that. I want to send some hearts on that out. Dun 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 dun. Hooray! The brighty thing was in the way. 313 is one, and my date of birth. When you walk through a storm, when you walk the beach, people come extremely happy. Yes, in nature. That's how it should be. So for the whole feet. Everyone's happy at the beach because that's what they came for. Well, some people are happy because they're half naked people, but what can you do? Now, I think normally when you're at the beach, you have the sun, which makes most people happy anyway, when it's warm and nice. You have lots of laughter and people around. So it's easier to be happier there than it is, stuck in a traffic jam. But what can you do? I think the sun plays an important part in most people's life anyway. Like when the sun comes out, totally different day. But a bit like when you cut your lawn, makes the whole garden look totally different just because the lawn's cut. You don't have to do anything else. But a lot of people can't explain why the beach makes them so happy. Like, get the river to cleanse all dark. So, water makes people happy as well. So there's two reasons there already, isn't there? The sun and the water. Healing, like the water is. Like when I go in nature now, I wasn't I wasn't too bothered, but I go for a walk and then I put my hands on the ground because I'm not going to take the shoes and socks off again because it's too cold. So basically, I put my hands on the ground more often than not, like at a tree, because I put my hands on the roots of the tree, and then that goes into the ground. So, and I thank Mother Nature for all that we have, because everything that we have has come from Mother Nature. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter whether it's your cabinets or your chairs or absolutely nothing. Your laptop, everything's been made from Mother Nature. It's come from the earth or from the sky. So, it might not look much like nature, like your laptop and your chairs and your telly and your wardrobes, but this is all nature. This is all earth that we've destroyed in order to live like this. So, and I never used to think about those things, but now I think, well, you cut all these trees down to make these wardrobes and everything, and these chairs and blah, blah, blah. Maybe you need to put some back because that's what cleans our air. It cleans our air for us, gives us fresh air. So, I don't know. There needs to be some thought put into it. To me, we are made of water. Happy wearing sunshine during the happy place. Yes, we are made of water. Bags are mostly water, or meat bag, whatever you want to call us. But any other, a simple smile creates one. There you go. There is a creek in Wyoming called the River of Life. Ooh. People don't have a choice but to raise their vibration when they're around a vibration that's higher than theirs. Isn't that a wonderful thought? Like your highest good is pretty much saying it's good for everyone, because you're not going to do nothing to upset anyone. If you're as high as you can be, then which is pretty much what Forrest is saying, like affecting somebody, when he meets them. If he's in his highest vibration, then there's every chance that he's going to make somebody that he meets, feel better. And if he's in his low vibration, there's probably every chance that he's going to make him feel worse. Yeah, the trouble is nowadays they fake being spiritual. So the remote viewing and all this stuff, this telepathy, blah blah blah, they can fake it. These energy weapons that they use trying to kill people, idiots. You don't realise that their energy is strong enough. Giving blood makes you younger as you give life and make way for new blood to replenish the body. Ooh. I don't think I can give my blood, because that's another thing they don't like, is the fact that, we have medicines, but it's them that created the issues that we have for us to have medicine. Like, they put stuff in the air and send you to the hospital because of the respiratory illnesses that you have. And it's these sad fuckers that are trying to take over. I don't know. They just don't think when they do stuff. Wear linen, cotton, or wool, just not wood. Oh, wool. Linen together. A wet buffalo hide will ground you if you sleep under it. They are really heavy when wet. Ooh. That's like a wet blanket which could cover somebody. Just got a Bon Charge red light grounding mat, and yes, Nikki, linen resonator. Dedicate seal of good to you. Thank you, Tigger. I appreciate that. And I hope that God blesses you tenfold for the fact that you said that. Ironic that a creek is not a river of being restricted and free. I believe you, Tigger. Hi, Tigger. I know you have been writing some songs, 50 or so. Is there a link? So just looking to the seal of God. So, you have a channel now called, and I'll have to go and listen if this is what this is. I missed half the stuff, so sorry about that. If I should have took that in. Right, I think it's just not the definition of canyon is a creek that not a river by definition. Hydrogen keeps the skin. Is that what those YouTube things were that were earlier? Hydrogen keeps the skin healthy, yet hydrogen is the killer when microwaved and the colon absorbed. I am already blessed. Ah, fair enough. It can't hurt to be blessed, can it? Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm not an expert, but Jewfish is a ginormous group. Wow, that's big. How did you Newman on Suno? Don't know what that means either. The fish or the car, Geo? Yeah, look up silver jewfish, different to a grouper. You're trying to confuse me now, you lot, what you're writing. Oh, that's what you said earlier, Artemis Love. That's it. Artemis Love. Do you know who Artemis was? And do you know that it's going to the moon? In peace. The W is the wheel of a wagon. UU or VV. In the Roman. No, I don't think I'll be able to catch a 500-pound fish. That's twice as heavy as me. I just read you comment in chat recently. A grouper is the same as a Oscar. They seem like big gas. Yeah, no, you're talking out my league. I'm not a fisherman now, so I don't know half of what you're saying there. I thought an Oscar was a gold man that people got for acting. Bass. Do you have half the truth of half? Half the truth of half. That's a quarter. I like to think I have good truth. The problem is like not telling all the truth. Because people want to know what it is that you're thinking or that you're doing, but it's not in your best interest to tell people what you're thinking or doing. At some point in time, there will be a resolution. Like everybody will know everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything. Which is why I was asking these people that have hidden the information from us for thousands of years, and lived off us for thousands of years. And when I say people, I mean beings and people. And these people have been reincarnated and come back and kept doing the same things over and over because they wanted to have an easy life and wanted to keep everybody else not having an easy life. I avoid fish that may think of me as food. Oh, that sounds like forest. My favourite is a 2-pound catfish that ate grasshoppers. Cooking is preferred on a flat rock. You put it in mud. That mud. Was it mud that you put it in? Put it in mud. Cooked it. Sure it was. I can't remember. It's amazing. Well, I've probably said this before, but like when the chase was full swing, there was a lot of stuff that I could just like reel off. And now I say stuff and I think, oh, is that what it was? Can't remember if that's what it was or not. I have to admit, I don't eat fish a lot, but when I do eat fish, I like eating fish. I can't understand why I haven't bought fish lately, actually, to be fair. Maybe it's because these people want me to eat meat, and I'm not eating much meat, and they're upset. They think I'm a vegan, but I'm not a vegan, I'm just not stupid. Because they're contaminating everything. Like the stuff that they do, and then feed it, to people, it's just crazy. It's like, nah, I don't want to do that. The family of the mosquito, as you swat one, attempt a family come to bite you. The larva or fish too. That's similar to what Forrest said as well. Like, 15 of his relatives came. Not to mention the guy Zelensky goes in there, hopped up cocaine, asking for money from a guy who's cutting spending all over the board. At least save the party until after. Yeah, there's just something about that guy that I don't trust, but Zelensky, that is. So everyone feels sorry for Ukraine because Putin invaded them. But I don't know. The more you hear, not that I don't feel sorry for Ukraine, I don't feel sorry for Zelensky. Flounder smile at Walleye. I reckon he was. Yeah. Well, normally it's in the eyes more often than not. Well, for me, that's how I see it. Then there's the twitching. Then there's the rubbing of the nose. But there's quite a few things. The agitated state. For me, that's what I see, those sort of things. But normally your eyes are like, whew. And you got white powder on your nose. I like flounder and halibut next for sure. Once you personally had Peruvian marching order, you can easily tell the signs. The need for speed can be the cough of prescription. You don't go to the White House and argue with the president. You have to be on drugs. Yeah, especially if that president is Trump. They'll come round. Ooh, along the river bottoms. I just feel as guilty when I eat them. That was ridiculous. Look for a white ring around the nostrils. And they took pretty quick as well. If they're on cocaine. Not that you're going to go around many people, Glenna, that are hooked on cocaine. Well, I hope not, anyway. But the White House owned by the DC of no state. Comer and Barack's husband during the rallies were all. Yeah, that's just. It all has to end. All has to be brought out into the open. But it has to end. Like this. This is only the tip of the iceberg, the stuff that you're hearing. And that Keir Starmer, oh, he's in for a shock, he is. There was a time it didn't matter who got into power, they all had the same sort of bloodline. I'm not 100% sure if that's the case, but like in different countries. Not sure if that's still the case or not. But it's not a good. It's hard to say this. So the bloodline might be good, but the side of the bloodline might not be so good. So the family that, if you go back far enough, the families are the same family. But, you've got bad people and good people. Well, we'll say Seth, whatever you want to call him. You've got Osiris and Seth. So the family's the same. You've got a bad person and a good person. Really good person, really bad person. And then that lineage is the same lineage, but you've got different sides of the same lineage. So Mark, I mean Michelle. I'm not a fan of drug tests, but I would like to know what these people are on so I can avoid it. Catfish has all the oil for the in the basil perch make for a great try tail and oh, not the right tail, but I know what you mean. That's what Forrest did. He spelt tail wrong. I read Michelle was a man, but didn't know if it was true. Well, my dad was a Mikhail. Well, they call him Michael, but it was a Mikhail. Which looks like Michelle, but Mikhail. So it could be a man. A French man or Italian man, stuff like that. Greek. I eat bottom feeders just for the hell of it. Not the hell of it, the hell of it. I reckon the behaviour of some of these representatives is despicable. Yep, very despicable. The fingers don't lie, nor do the shoulders. I miss fishing Puget Sound as a kid. Ooh. Flounder is the same fish, sort of. I just uploaded it now. Cheers, Tigger. I'll pop and see it. In fact, I'm going to pop off soon anyway. Oh, 44. Them good numbers. 0044. Them are good angel numbers. It's the portal time now as well. 0303. So that's 33 and then 9. 2025. Ooh. Ooh. Not really into river fishing. All my fishing has been ocean. Aren't they frogs? Croakers? Oh no, they're flowers, crocuses. I was recently being lifted another fantastic guitar, a Yeri Tree of Life model, built in Japan. I now have 3 Yeri guitars. One 12-string and 2 6. Well, 12-string. They sound very expensive. I should know this, but I don't. No, I can't remember. Or I can't think. I can't even know. I don't even know if I did know. I'm getting O for some reason, but that's not based on anything other than that's what I'm getting. But I should know. I grew up in a 200-year-old fishing village. That sounds like Mr. Miyagi in, what was that? I can't remember what that was now. My mind's going terrible. Got that much rubbish going in there. It was in. No. Be positive. Oh, very positive. His blood is even telling us all to be positive. Well, that's fair enough. O positive. O negative is positive. There you go. It was on his dog tags. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. It was one of the early settlements on Puget Sound. Where did Miss Miyagi come from? Oh, Okinawa. Okinawa, that was it. Okinawa. Including my electrics and one hollow body acoustic and one rat snakes and birds. You sound like Five Leaf. I now have 9 guitars. Whoa. Bonsai! The real Forest fan or fake one. Oh, don't be like that. Would they both have the same? If they're both in the same family, or does it change? Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't even think about that. I just assumed that if you're in the same family, you had the same blood. Why have I got O in my mind? Is that the blood group for chosen? Oh, that's supposed to be confirmation. The confirmation burp there. I don't know, I've got O on my mind for some reason. No, I don't know. I don't know. So, I can't remember what I put on my title page. What I was going to talk about. I don't even know if I've talked about what on my title page. That'll be funny. People go and watch it. Right, let's see. It's about this, this, and this, and then I don't even mention it. I know I did the first bit, which was about the conjunction. Not well, it is a conjunction, yeah. The planets, the portal, which should be interesting. I think we should hear something soon, like very soon. Where did that things come from? The actor or the area? What's that for? Something. That was fast, huh? Not sure what all those were. Uh-oh. Where do you go from here? Ooh. Where do you go from here? Is it the way that's clear? Still looking for them blue jeans, baby queen. Prettiest girl I've ever seen. That was for Forced Fan, or they're the fake one. Forest Fan. It's not. Is it fake? Like, if it's Forest Fan that I'm thinking, there is no fake. There's a real Forest Fan. Yeah, I suppose you could call it fake. Mm, I suppose you could call it fake. The thread will sew the line but not make it out the door. Where did it go? Wow, the door is important at the moment. Going through the door, the spiritual door, the portal to the chariot. But not make it out the door. Where did it go? A friend of mine is named Forest Cutter. Beware the cutter, the forest cutter. Wasn't that where his treasure was found? In a forced wetland. It was found under a canopy of stars, in the lush forested vegetation. I'm going to see if I can listen to Tigger's song. Thanks, Tigger. Optimist Love. Yeah, I'm going to go and I'm going to listen to it. I'm sure it's good. Without listening to it, I'm pretty sure it's good. When you say you wrote a song, have you just got lyrics or are you singing? Like, is it just the lyrics to a song? Or is it like, Forest fans, memories will remember? Wetlands hold warm waters, the blaze of blood. No, I'm not singing. So they're just lyrics. There's a good job you said that because well, not even a good job you said that. Just like a song just looks like a poem. Like without the singing. Music. Lyrics and music. So that's better. Yeah, so like if you just see a load of words to me, just like I wouldn't know if it was a song or a poem. The battle of land flows red. There's a blood. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. So we're moving into the age of Aquarius, which is supposed to be a good time for everyone. And we've got all these planetary alignments, these portals, you know, and the big boys, coming in, Saturn and that, who are making waves as it were, or Neptune or Venus or yes, they are poems that I wrote. I like poems. I like writing poems. Every time I'd like send a Christmas card or a birthday card or something to, to family members and that, I write poems. And most of when I make comments, they look like poems as well. King's Highway is labelled A. Oh, we have A's, highways. Play one now. I don't know if I can I? Yes, I can. I have to go there first, don't I? On YouTube, Artemis Love. Artemis Love. Artemis Love. You got love on your side. Oh, well, there's loads there. Is one of them called The Way You Kiss Me? What's it called, Tigger? I typed in Artemis Love, and that can't be right because we got love, love, love on your side. You'll have to type it in, I can't find it. I'm going back up the chat. Artemis. Yes, I know who Artemis is. So it should be here somewhere. Then. Mine is Artemis Love. Well, the only Artemis Love I've got, it says something to do with Kiss Me. Is that the one? Artemis Love equals topics. The Way You Kiss Me, Artemis Love Story. Let's try Artemis Love. Artemis. Have I spelled that right? Yeah, Artemis. Artemis Love. 15 subscribers. Music videos. Aha. So, which one would you like me to put on? No, I've got it. King is that a losing revolution. Found it. No. Which one? Which one do you want me to play, Tigger? I see them. Run, boy, run. His warm embrace. Trail of love. Helena to Maui. The flight. A dem. Are you there? Hello. Which one do you want me to click on? Do you want Christian Son? Which song do you want me to click on? I've just read them off. Which one do you want me to play? Or is that a song title? Do you want Christian Son? I didn't see that name. Yeah, but which one do you want me to play? Out of the songs that I can play, which one do you want me to put on? I'll click on the one that you want me to play. Is that the one that you want me to play? Is that what it's called? Do you want Christian Son? Play My Cowboy. Hokey cokey, let me find my cowboy. Run, boy, run. My cowboy. Oh, quick. Which one is it? Oh, that's it. How am I hearing it? That's not it. What's going on? Oh, that's sharing that screen. I can't find it. What are you doing? Uh-huh.
And closer to you, it in my hand. I didn't sleep on the ground with you. No fields of blue bonnets or blankets of stars,
You hear that?
but it sounded good to me. And my cowboy
You can't hear it.
took me away. We
Change it.
flew so high to the sky, into the wild blue. He
The
set me
song.
free
Who's
again.
singing?
I went to heaven above and closer to you, closer to you. I walked through the grass, I was standing tall.
What's that? Oh, Spencer.
The sky was so wide, with no buildings at all. I was alone in the sky, with a great big smile. And it felt so good to me. It felt so good to me. 'Cause my cowboy took me away. I flew so high above into the wild blue. He took me away. I went to heaven above and closer to you.
Don't copyright me for this.
Closer to you. Closer to you. I walked through the grass, I was standing tall. The sky was so wide, with no buildings at all. I was alone in the sky, with a great big smile. And it felt so good to me. It felt so good to me. 'Cause my cowboy took me away. I flew so high above into the wild blue. He took me away. I went to heaven above and closer to you, closer to you, closer to you.
That's cool, that is. So who was singing it then, if it wasn't you? Or me? Oh, don't want to hear that. AI was singing it. No way. Wow. That's impressive, that is. Yeah, sounded good. I like it. Who are we talking about here? Taylor's. Who's this? Sounds like Taylor is making herself younger again. The year 1989, and she looks 13 then. Is this Taylor Swift? I just listened to that song. I can play it right now. I know the chord progressions. Look at Taylor's 1989 chord magazine. 13 in the picture doesn't make her born in 1989. No, it would be like 2011 or something. Oh, mind you, that was the age that Forrest was, 13. Why would somebody think that? Fool said, I don't want to tell people whether or not I was 79 or 80 when I hit the chest. That's too much of a clue, 79 or 80. Because But he's always 79 or 80. And once you're 79, once you hit January, once you hit January, you would be 79 or 80, wouldn't you? Because you're in a different year from the year before. That's a cool song. I liked it. And I'm impressed that it was AI. Like, that's a good voice. Suited the song. Did you tell them to sing it like that, or they just sang it like that? Like, it really suited the song. Reap what you sow. Google JT Windows. Obituary. What? Not related to Greg, is he? The time of life takes a year away from you when dead. Daylight savings forwards, backwards, and leaps makes you 1 year off reality. Well, Forrest did say tack on another year. I'm hoping that's the case. They sing the version that I chose. Cool. Kingfish 81 says 89 or 90. I'm going to title the book 90. And then the hat was singing it. It looked like a Forest hat as well. I wrote a few songs about my search dreams. I liked it a lot, yeah. Have you thought of putting it out there? I liked it, really did. And I'm so impressed that can you do that without worrying about? You should be able to, without worrying about copyrighting somebody's AI, whatever. AI sang it, so nobody sang it. It was a computer generated. Tyler Tigger may be the same person. I don't know. What? You should play Rockstar by Nickelback. It's the Chase theme song. Theme song, is it? Reality of the Unseen. I can't play a copyrighted record, but you should. I'm not Ben or Greg. It's the Chase theme song. Reality of the Unseen is that the government owes all another year of Social Security. But they owe them money now, let alone the death. Google J2's obituary, all the Colorado, clue hint. I've actually said to God that I'm not searching anymore. Don't ask me to do anything else. So I'm not going to search for anything. Valley of Wolves, Chosen One is a good Chase song. Also, Chosen One is good. Love it. I heard some of them, Tigger. I think it's great. People can do that. Oh, that's amazing. I love that song. It sounds good. I've closed it now, idiot. That's me slow. You can make yourself famous. Can you sing, Tigger, or no? You just write the words. Could you sing it if you wanted to? I have a search one called Rise to the Moon. We're doing a very good Chase theme here. We've got Artemis and we've got Rise to the Moon. What's going on? I can sing. Well, hopefully one day we'll all get to meet and we can have a listen. If the calendar year is identical to another, doesn't that make it a repeated year and paying taxes twice? I always want to start a band called the Fornicating Richards. Uh-oh. Is that Richard Rutherford as well? To Richards. The calendar repeats every 13 years. Yeah, that's similar to there's 13 zodiac signs, but they only use 12. Whatever that connection is. Calendar never repeats as the odometer never reverses. Don't shoot me, I'm just a messenger. Google Play T. Windell's obituary. A clue, a hint. Boom. Ending. Solved. 13. Is anybody going to do that? 13 months per year. Tell that to the wife. Sorry, we're going to give you one more period. Well, it sounds very protected to me. There you go. So, I thank you all for watching. Like I say, this is, I'm not trying to come across as though I know everything. I'm not trying to come across as though I'm arguing with anyone. I'm not coming across as though I'm trying to beat anyone up or do anything. I'm just saying that these are the facts. You can believe them or not. I don't care. I'll stand on, the videos that I put out as them being truthful and coming to fruition. And this is not, never about threatening anyone. This is just about warning people, it's time that everybody did the right thing, because something more powerful than us will sort them out. And it's just the way it is. The point is, the leap year is identical of another as the day went 2 days and 3 in reverse. Too complicated for me, Kingfish. It's almost the same as alliterating one. Thank you. Don't shoot me, I'm just a messenger. No, we're not going to shoot you. Thanks, Newman. Everybody have a great night. It's 1:12. I'm going to go sleepy sleeps. And then tomorrow I'm going to listen to those songs Tigger got. Greg, we don't shoot, we sling rocks. That's what David said. That's what David said. We don't shoot, we sling rocks. And Glass said, what do you mean you sling rocks? Don't. It's just the way it is. The point of throwing your Omega time watch into the wheat grass. Oh, Omega. You must have had 2 watches, because wasn't there double Omegas? There it is. I don't know what it said on the stream. It's right for me. Thanks, everyone. Ciao for now. Take care. Good night.